Water. Hello, hi. I'm Ms. Mixed Messages, and these are your mixed messages. Subject to change or change, yeah, for entertainment purposes. Alrighty, so water. How is this gonna flow? The element of flow, okay? So I'll tell you the way that it's gonna flow. We're gonna do it in order, okay? Because it's been set up by Earth, you know? Imagine like a river, okay? And there are rocks in that river that are kind of conducting the flow, okay? Of how this is gonna go. And it's starting with that I scry. You've seen this before, you haven't. Hello, hi. Secondly, we deep dive into the Holy Bible. Come on. That's the spine of the book of the flow, okay? Then I'm going to Scrabble Babble. Then we're going to get for you a Dark Goddess Oracle, okay? This is all for October. And then some tarot cards, okay? So, water. Let's think about some bodies of water, or just the element of water, okay? So we have water in the tap, water that you drink, bottles of water, right? We have water when it rains. When the temperatures get colder, that water can become hail, okay? And it can also become snow. We've got, yes, snow in its falling form. We've got snow in its accumulated form. We have snow once it's been manipulated and it can take form or take shape. We have bodies of water. We have lakes. We have salt water, oceans. We've got seas. We've got rivers, okay? We've got creeks, which is kind of a smaller river. We've got man-made creeks and rivers as well, okay? We've got waterfalls, okay? We have collected residue. We have swamps, okay? Now, when we're referring to water in terms of astrology, astrology generally is thought to be the planets or the stars, okay? From some points of view. From other points of view, okay, astrology or the zodiac signs actually relate to demons, okay? And that essentially every person has a cluster of demons that are assigned to them at birth, which can be found in the birth chart, meant to provoke problems and issues and challenges for the individual soul or ego, you could say, to transcend rather than to blend in with, okay? So the ego is what identifies with something, okay? When you identify, that's ego. To not identify, some form of a detachment, which is kind of freedom and flow, okay, to let go, is more spirit. If spirit is... You can't put spirit in a cup. Spirit is the cup. Spirit is what is within the cup. Cups hold water, right? And it is what is outside of the cup. It's the particles of air. Little bits of water, condensation in the air. When you feel the moisture, when you're sweating, right? Water. Human beings are made up of a bunch of water, but Earth too, right? So... Now, within the astrological birth chart, the water signs that we might be referring to or talking about, we have, firstly, we've got our cardinal of Cancer, which is the 4th house. And then after that, we've got Scorpio, which is the 8th house, okay? And then after that, finally, we've got Pisces, which is the 12th house. Now, all of these houses represent different things, and every single person has a different sign that is basically ruled by these houses. And now a simple way you could look at that is imagine a house, okay, where you're living. And there are different rooms in the house, right? We've got the kitchen and the bathroom and the bedroom and the closet and the entrance, and or maybe you don't. Maybe you just have a studio and it's all one thing, but maybe you've organized it to a certain degree, or maybe there is no organization, and this could be reflective or relevant with regards to your birth chart or your upbringing or nothing. It could just irrelevant yet relevant somehow, some way. Do you look or do you not, okay? Do you go into the water or do you just hang out on the surface, right? Are you swimming in the water? What is your relationship with water outside of you, okay? And just like the most tangible blah, blah point, but also in the more metaphoric, ethereal, la, 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 imaginary kind of way. So Cancer rules the family dynamic, okay, within the home, okay? Caretaking mother. Scorpio is sexuality, it's death, it's transformation, it's the nitty-gritty taboo, okay? And then we've got Pisces, which is what is unseen, what is not yet to be. It is your dreams. It is where you go when you are sleeping, daydreaming, and in your meditative state, the deeper that you go. The 12th room, it's like the attic or like the basement, right? Really dark, okay? Like you can't really see, like you need a flashlight or a candle, but you don't know because there could be some haunted things. If you don't know what kind of thing is going to blow that light out, right? It's just the crooks and the crannies and the crevices that you might want to stay away from, Okay, this is like the haunted. So other than that, let's get into the reading for water here. Okay, so that was a message I was holding on to this scry the whole time. So your relationship with the bodies of water, connecting with water. And within your own, self, water is your emotions, how you feel about things. How are you expressing your emotions? To look into your birth chart might be of service to you to see how you do that. And if it's not you, looking at someone else to maybe try to understand how or why they go about it. Now we have emotions and then we have feelings. They are two completely different things. Two completely different things. A feeling is not an emotion. An emotion is not a feeling. What is the difference between a feeling and an emotion? You get a feeling about something, and then you have an emotion about something. So, Holy Bible. Let's look. What do we have here? We have 2 Samuel 19. Job was told, the king is weeping and mourning for Absalom. Beautiful, perfect, wonderful, and good. So what is that? That's all water. That's all emotions. Job was told the king is weeping and mourning for Absalom. So even the king weeps. Even the king mourns. You go and calling yourself a king or a queen, your domain, your castle, your whatever it is, even the king weeps and mourns. Mourn is to grieve, to experience loss, okay? So what time of year are we in right now? We're in fall. We're at the end, Grim Reaper, okay, taking it all, okay? So to lose someone or something, the season, the memories of the past few months, okay, a relationship, okay, to go through a breakup or just a change of schedule and routine, I don't know, maybe you're going through puberty and your body is changing, okay? Or you decide to get a haircut and your hair's changed, or you do your makeup a different way, or you decide to shave your beard that usually you wear, or you get a new piercing, or you just change your friggin' shirt. So change is death, okay? And to experience death is that Scorpio energy, okay? Which is grieving, mourning, weeping, crying, feeling. Not necessarily working through it. You might be stuck there, but you're still, when you're in that flow of letting go, okay? Thinking about water and how it's in motion, okay? And how can you bring those other elements, those other aspects of your chart, okay? Those other elements around you to help you if you're maybe feeling stuck. Because water, it can get a bit stuck unless it's the free flowing, but how is it free flowing? Where does the rain come from in the sky, right? So we've got clouds, but how did the clouds come to be? It required help from outside, right? From the other elements, from the sun, which is the fire, from the air, which is the wind, right? From the earth, which kind of holds it while it's feeling itself. While you're feeling itself, who's holding you? What's holding you? Maybe you're just lying in your bed and your bed is holding you, and you're weeping and you're mourning, whatever. You're mourning your childhood, you're mourning your marriage, you're mourning the loss of a child, or maybe that loss of your child is just your child has grown up and doesn't need you as much anymore. You're mourning the work or going back to work or whatever it is, okay? So what are you mourning? Good morning. You're mourning the night. You wake up and it's day. So let's get some Scrabble Babble. I'm just babbling. So a lot more words here than with earth, okay? Flow. Okay, if earth is holding the space, water, you're flowing, feeling, okay? We've got one charm, bananas. We've got a bundle of bananas, okay? Banana. And this is making me think of the 3 monkeys of see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil, right? The monkeys. Yeah, bananas. This is making me think also of bowel movements and the ideal bowel movement that should be made. It should have enough of all of the elements to produce a movement that looks like a banana and have that same consistency is what you want. And bananas can help you make a nice movement is what I'll say, okay? How many bananas do we have here? We have 3 bananas and they're all together, not separate, okay? Bananas can be cuckoo bananas also. Think about bananas, but monkeys and throwing caca shit, being very intelligent, very intellectual. Thinking of the year of the monkey, okay, getting along very well with the year of the dragon. Next year is the year of the dragon. And also getting along very well with the year of the rat, which was in 2020 there, okay? So Chinese zodiac, okay? We have E. So someone's having a really good time. E, that high pitch excitement. Okay, we had 10:01 and now 10:04 here on the timer. So a mirror. Okay, someone who you can go absolutely bananas, caca bananas, cuckoo, crazy bananas with, and it's fun. You're having a good time. It's joyful. You're able to play with them. It's playful. Okay. We have G and we have R, we have grrr. So there's a little bit of tension, there's a little bit of fighting, there's a bit of play fighting, okay? So that's what we've got for Scrabble Babble. Now let's move into our Dark Goddess and then get our Tarot and Oracle card, okay? For our water, okay? So here, water, we've got Ran, and of course I'm hearing a song, and underneath Ran, water, we have abuse. Okay, so Ran, this dark goddess, you can look her up, look more into her, but she's representing abuse. So the dark goddess aspect of abusing, okay, and being abused, what abuse is. Now I like to say that abuse is abnormal use of anything. Of a person, of a place, or a thing. It's abnormally using something. So outside of the norm, outside of the context or the boundaries of what is considered normal and appropriate, okay? So abuse. Ran. Ran also implies running away from something or running into something, okay? We've got Ran here. She looks like she has a shaved head, but she also has very, very, very long hair, which doesn't necessarily look to belong to her, and she's covering up her left breast here. We have her surrounded by water with a moon in the distance, looking pretty full. It's pretty dark. We got a lot of blue here, okay? So this could represent the abuse of language, abuse of emotions, okay? To manipulate and or get what one wants, which water is quite good at doing, okay? To evoke a certain emotion in order to produce a certain result. That is simply, okay, mathematics. A plus B equals C, okay? So subconsciously or with awareness occurring, this is the goddess influencing or happenstance, very much prevalent and predominant around water, okay, for October. We've also got a boat here. Doesn't look like anyone's on that boat. Did she miss the boat? Is she going to get in the boat? What is with that boat? She's not looking at the boat. She's looking away from the boat. What else? Now some tarot. Okay. Finding the clarity. Okay. I'm hearing as well developing the clairs, okay? Developing your clarity of sight, of hearing, of knowing, of smelling. Clarity, clarifying, okay? So we have here, we have the Ace of Wands and Three of Wands, which is telling me there is a purification that is needing to be had. If we think about water, when it sits for too long, or emotions that sit for too long, same thing. Emotions translating into water. You don't believe me? Take a cup of water and just look at what happens to it over time, okay? What happens to water when you boil it? Generally, the boiling of the water, regardless of how long it's sat for, will generally remove the impurities. So tune in or tap into your aspects of fire within yourself. So that's our first house, 6th house, and 11th house, I do believe, or it's the 9th, no, it's the 9th house, okay, which in our signs or zodiac astrology would be our Aries, our Leo, and our Sagittarius within the self, outside of you during those times of year, okay, which we just kind of got out of Leo season, we're moving more into Sagittarius season, time of year, or again, literally the element, okay? So within yourself, that could be something like you're feeling whatever. You need to bring up your heat. So have something spicy, I don't know, do something spicy, go get some sun, but warmth, okay? It's important for you to keep warm, or when you're feeling, I don't know, chilly, to, we have that boat again, to create feelings of warmth as well, okay, to warm up your feelings instead of being cold. So how can you warm yourself up? Wrap yourself in a blanket. Also, the temperature around is getting colder, so literally we're needing to insulate, okay? Maybe eating more food to insulate the body. We have the Four of Pentacles, hoarding. We have squirrels collecting the nuts, right, to prepare for the colder seasons ahead, right? And we've got a card of clarity, not a couple cards of clarity. This is very similar to our Earth, which is our King of Cups here, sitting back on his throne. He knows that he doesn't need to nourish anything or do anything because God provides everything that he might need. There's nothing you need to hoard, nothing you need to do. Everything is taken care of. You have absolutely everything that you need, and God is good, and everything is good, and la-di-da-da-da, boom, shaka-laka-laka. So that's what I have for you, water. Till next time, bye-bye. Ciao.